let me tell you a little bit about him. I mean, you probably know, but I followed his history since he got started. On October 27th, that month, October 27th, it'll be his 12th year anniversary with AC, and he got started in 2013. Let's give a warm welcome to none other than Regional Vice President, Mr. Shakeel Cooper.
Thank you for those kind words. It's always excited to be back, and you will see me back in October. But I'm excited to get on the call today. How you guys been? It's been a very, very exciting month, Mr. Thomas talking about it's about to be my 12th year in AC, and I'm like, 12 years. I just never thought I could never do anything. I didn't even go to school for a year before I dropped out. But to do something like this for 12 years and still learning and still going out there and applying the things that I learned in this opportunity, for me, it has helped me in all aspects of my life. And that's one thing I love about ACN is that it's not about the money. The money is just a bonus, but the person that you can become from the books that you read, the network, the things that you learn. One thing I value the most about ACN and these events is the networking aspects because, on the outside world, most people are not that super successful. They're not going to allow you in their circle as easily. But in ACN, you now have access to millionaires, and you take advantage of it. But in the real world, most people that have a lot of money and success like that, they're not going to allow you in that circle easy. But that's one thing that I value the most in ACN, and to be able to have mentors that was successful and they allowed me to come in and learn the game. And I just went out there and was coachable. So the number one thing is I want to talk about is being coachable to the system, being coachable and just listen, if it's going to help everyone win, just do it. Because for me, when I got involved in ACN, it wasn't about me because so many people depended on me to have success for them to believe that the business works. So I had no choice but to just keep doing it, even when the times was tough, because whatever you're going through in the business, somebody already been there, somebody already been there and got past it. I've been through it all, seen it all, and guess what? I'm still here today. I'm still excited. I'm still doing the things that my mentors and them told me to do, which was what? Build your network. So I've been able to find different avenues to be able to build a network where now my circle of influence and my circle of friends are a little bit more successful than the average person. But I had to work hard to become that person and put in the years and years of work to become that person. And most people, they want it overnight. And I promise you, it's not going to happen overnight. It's a lot of work. But if you work on yourself while you're doing the work, the person that you become a whole totally different person. And as hard as it is, as long as you push through it, I promise you, it's going to be worth it. And I always relate it back to, I told people now, being in the gym, it's so many days where I literally don't feel like going. But when I go and I do, I'm talking about I'm hurting, I'm in pain. I'm just like, why am I doing this to myself? After I'm done, I'm like, man, I'm so happy I came. But it's doing the work when you don't feel like it because you're not always going to be excited. You're not always going to feel like doing it. But guess what? You got to do it anyway. You got to do it anyway. It is what it is. You got to do it anyway. So over the past couple of weeks, I just want to do a monthly recap. Also, if you're taking notes, I'll show you to write down these things where, in week 1, we covered what? Mindset and vision. Talking about your business only grows as much as you grow personally. And that's very important. You got to grow as a person. In order for your business to grow, you got to grow. It is what it is. You can't get away from it. You got to grow in order you want your business to grow, right? Vision is the fuel. If you don't have no vision, as it said in the Bible, a person without vision, they'll perish. Because you got to have vision. You got to see 10, 20, 30 years from now where you're going to be. You got to speak things into existence and you got to see the future. Even if you're driving that car that's, you need to get a new engine and it got the engine light on it and you need some new tires and stuff like that. Picture yourself driving that Mercedes-Benz one day, brand new off the show lot. Picture yourself being in a better situation because if you never picture yourself there, you'll never get there. Daily affirmation, goals, listen to the affirmations every single day. One of the things I like about what Mr. Thomas and them did with the car today was that they was playing affirmations before the car. If you was paying attention, once you start thinking about certain things, you start attracting it. If you think about abundance, you think about money, you don't think about lack. You start to have a lot of things just come to you. So the problem with most people is that they repel, the blessings and things like that because they don't believe that they deserve it. But if you just believe that you do deserve it and you do the work and show that you deserve it, you're going to get it. It's nothing in this world that you cannot get, and it's nothing in this world that you cannot become. But it's going to take a lot of work over time. So again, writing down your goals and your why. What's your why? You got to have a big why. If you don't have a big why, guess what? You're never going to try. Don't steal that. I'm gonna get that trademark. If you don't have a why, you're never going to try. So from there, the next step is to write down a 90-day goal. What's your plans for the next 90 days? How much money do you want to make every single week? How much money you want to make every single month, every single day? You got to have a goal. My goal, I want to make 6 figures a month. But guess what? It's going to take a lot of work because the average person don't even make 6 figures a year. But you got to stretch yourself. You got to listen, you got to be delusional about your goals. You got to believe that, if people not telling you your goals is crazy, you're not thinking big enough. Like some of the goals that I had, most people like, this guy tripping. He's not going to do that. But I'm like, everything I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. So number two, week 2, prospecting and invitation, right? Prospecting a daily habit and not a sometimes task. Every day you should be prospecting. Every day you should be on social media posting. If you're not posting on social media every single day, what are you doing? You don't even have to leave your house to still network. I network every single day. There's not one day that goes by where I'm like, man, I'm not posting today. Listen, I'm going to find something to post. I'm going to go back and post some old stuff from months ago just because, guess what? You're going to see me every single day. Because if people stop seeing you every single day, guess what? You fall off. So people been watching me for the past 12 years like, man, this guy's still at it. Yup, still at it. Why? Because people respect people that actually put in the work and can still do it at a high level, but they also become a better person over time. They're not, when you think about it, most people, they might have a lot of success, but it's hard to continue that over time if you don't have the right habits, if you don't eat the right food. I tell people all the time, money is a blessing, and sometimes it can be a curse because let's say you have a lot of money, you can do a lot of great things, help a lot of people buy the healthy food, but let's say you're that person where you don't care about, eating healthy and stuff like that. Now you're drinking all the time, you're eating all the fast food, you got access to all of the unhealthy things, and now guess what? Your body now takes a toll for it. So for me, I understood that health is wealth. No matter how much money I want to make, I never wanted to sacrifice my health in order to make more money. You got to understand that if you plan on living to be 100 plus years old, you're going to be here for a long time. So this body got to last a long time. So if I just beat my body up, drinking soda, eating fast food, not working out, not being healthy, if I just waste it, guess what's going to happen when I'm 60, 70 years old? I don't want to be that old man at 60, 70 years old. I want to be, when I'm 60, 70, I want to look like I'm 30 years old because I took care of myself since I was in my 20s. Even before that, I always been a healthy eater. I always been a very picky eater because I understood is that my body is everything. So if you don't fuel your body with good things, then guess what's going to happen? That's why you're going to get burnt out. The reason why I'm still excited today because I took care of myself over the years. I was shopping at Whole Foods before Amazon bought Whole Foods, and that's what, almost 10 years ago, because I understood was that most people, they spend a bunch of money on their exterior instead of spending money on their interior. So for me, I always spent a lot of money on food, healthy food. I never bought designer clothes and stuff like that. But the people that did do all of that stuff, they had all type of health problems. So again, it's all about the interior. You take care of the interior, guess what? You're going to last a very, very long time. So from there, prospecting is a daily habit. You got to do it every single day. You want to be able to build yourself so much value that people want to work with you. Instead of you chasing people to work with you, why not become a person of value? And now you have people that's coming to you. Listen, the way things are set up for me now, I don't got to chase nobody. I haven't been like somebody begged a person to do anything. They beg me to want to work with me. So again, for me, it's just understanding that the business it's a very simple business, but who you become in the process is the most important thing. It's not the money. The money is just a byproduct. I'm telling you, the money is just a byproduct. Don't focus on the money. The money's going to come. Have goals for the money, but guess what? Do the work every single day. Start working out. That's my tip to everybody. Listen, I'm not a gym person. I didn't play sports. You get more energy. I'm trying to tell you, like, you get younger, you got more energy, and guess what? People feel that, and people want to be around that. So again, if you plan on building a healthy business, you first got to build a healthy lifestyle. It all starts with you. It all starts with you. Week number 3, presentation and closing. Again, what is closing? It's just guiding someone in the right decision not pushing them. See, I don't got to beg or force nobody to do the business. Either you get it or you don't. It's that simple. My goal is just to share it with you. If you like it, you see it, hey, welcome to the team. If you don't, hey, who do you know that might do like it? Because guess what? Anyone that understands business, there's no other business than residual income. HCM business model is one of the best business models, and I've seen a lot of different businesses, and still to this day, it's one of the best business models. Why? Because bills aren't going anywhere. We can agree that bills you was paying 5 years ago, you're still paying today, right? Why not get paid? It just makes sense. We're not talking about something that's going to go. I mean, I wish bills went out of style, but too bad it's not. It's going to be here forever. Why not position yourself and say, you know what? Maybe what 20 years, so you never know who might get involved in your business and be the next senior vice president. I can't wait to get a senior vice president under me because guess what? I just got stuck to it. I didn't give up in the process. Most people, they quit. They give up too early. And then guess what? That A player now got involved in your business and you're not there to reap the benefits. I never wanted that story for myself. I said, guess what? I'm going to stick it out, stick it out, stick it out. And one day I will have a senior vice president under me. Just imagine overriding the senior vice president. Where can your life be? But it's possible. But you first got to do the work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work. Week 4, duplication and leadership. That's very important. If you're not duplicating yourself, then guess what? You're going to have to do all the work. You're going to have to do everything by yourself. You're going to be doing everything. And guess what? You're never going to have no type of leadership position. Because once you're able to duplicate yourself and help other people do the things that you do, and now guess what? While they're working, they're making money, but guess who else is making money? You're making money. It's one of the best business models that I've ever seen. And for me, it just made a lot of sense to get people plugged into the system. What is system? Training cards, events. Event is very important. Why? Because it builds people's belief level. Listen, if you're not using the events to build your business, what are you doing? We shouldn't even have to tell you to go to an event. You should just want to go. Because when I got involved in the business, listen, I was packed 2 months before. I couldn't wait to go to the next event because I understood what the event did for my business. We had people flying across the country. We had people driving across the country. Listen, we got stories for days, but guess what? That's how much we believed in the event. So people know how our organization is. Events is non-negotiable. If we got to convince you to go, you shouldn't even go. From there, you want to teach the team the 4-4: prospect, present, follow up, plug in. And I'm gonna end with this. I'm gonna repeat it one more time. I just gave you a blueprint. The core 4: prospect, present, follow up, plug in. Because you can agree the fortune is in the follow up. If you're not following up with people, guess what? They're just gonna fall out. But I promise you, one of the tools that I use to follow up with people is what? Social media. Social media. Every day they seem like, man, this person still got it going on. So again, use social media to follow up with your people. Because I promise you, the system works. So that's all I got for you guys. And I look forward to being back in October.